The worst is just, it's scary as. I'll stick with that. I'll stick with that answer. I'd like to think I'm pretty frugal. Not out here like splurging like that. I guess the best purchase, that's easy. That's my house. It's kind of like a tree house. It's up in the hills. It's awesome. I love it. Worst purchase? Remember like Nike Prestos? Like those aren't really the vibe anymore. So maybe those, but anything that like doesn't last style-wise. The best was just the group of people I was always with. Raven, Hillary Duff. You know what I mean? Like it was like, oh, that's the crew. The worst thing was I actually posted a throwback video. The wand, I posted it like a behind the scenes at what it was like doing take after take of that. All right, one more time. Okay. Disney Channel. And it's like, one more time? Okay, cool. Same thing, or you want me to do something? Like, it's just over and over and over. And that's so little. My Disney Channel experience was so fun. The worst is just feeling old. And I think the best is just seeing it, come to life for a new generation and being part of the original and then being able to share the new one, with the new cast, being able to see everyone again. The funny story about that premiere, I had never met him ever, and we showed up to the premiere. We both had on a black leather jacket with like a red shirt underneath, and it was just mind-blowing. And I was like, you were meant to be Wade! Ooh, the best thing about working with small children, that's easy. It's a baby, so like no one's gonna have a bad attitude. No one's not gonna be smiling. So it's like an instant uplifting presence that walks into the set. And then the worst thing about working with babies is, I don't know the proper term for it, but the spit up, that could, like if they're not trying to work, they're not gonna work. And they'll just go right back. And then it's like, okay, so I guess we're not doing that scene right now. I think the best thing is leaving room and creating something new for a new generation to sort of latch onto and begin to love. And then the worst thing, fans of shows that, are in talks to be rebooted or whatever, they're very vocal, especially Smart Guy fans. Just creating that sort of, that nostalgic feel, but also room for like a new generation, even if they hadn't seen the original. Because you don't only want, the OG fans to tune in, you want everyone to tune in. I feel like there's no negative about that at all. So many fans that come up to me and say certain things of how a show made them feel, but for Smart Guys specifically, hey, it's cool to be smart. It's cool to be black and smart, So when fans come up to me and say like, man, like to see someone that looks like me on television when I was growing up, that was the world to me. And then on top of it, I get people coming up to me all the time saying that like, you made me feel okay with being smart at school. So I'm just like, man, like that's all that you can ask for, So, and smart is cool. It always has been cool. There should be no embarrassment behind being smart at all. The best thing is just having that instant chemistry. It's just that built-in chemistry. We grew up together. Sometimes when you do jobs, you kind of have to, find that chemistry with whoever your scene partner is over time. Sometimes it's gradual, sometimes it's instant. And then the worst is probably just like the giggles. It might be an inside joke, might be something you think about that reminds you of something that happened yesterday or in childhood. So like, the focus level might be a little off. Ooh, my favorite tailgating snacks would have to be the Morningstar Farms nacho bites and the taquito bites. I mean, come on. I dip them in salsa. I got the guacamole. I also like anything spicy. And then least favorite? Probably anything that you like that isn't finger food. You know what I mean? Like, ain't nobody trying to be using a knife and fork when you're watching the game. Like, we're not about that. The worst is just, it's scary as it's just like, whoa, what makes me feel more comfortable and more confident is that it's something that I wrote, and I've been doing this my whole life. So I know what to do. It's just a scary thought. And then the best is just finally being able to like, okay, yo, this is happening. I get to stretch my wings and my limbs or whatever, you know, in a direction that I haven't, you know, been able to really showcase that yet. So I'm excited for people to see me in that light.